Big news this week out of WonderCon. You won't believe what was announced. Fine. Just here, take it. Take it. Net neutrality took another blow this week when the FCC announced its new proposal in the aftermath of the recent court ruling that stripped them of their regulatory power. The good news is that the new proposal restores previous net neutrality regulations, keeping ISPs from throttling or blocking lawful content. The bad news is that the proposal allows ISPs to offer an internet fast lane that would allow media companies to pay for faster speeds, a cost that they will pass on to their customers and create the same anti-competitive point of entry wall that net neutrality is supposed to prevent in the first place. FCC Chairman Tom Wheeler defended the proposal, noting that ISPs must be transparent in how internet traffic is going through their systems and that they may not act in a commercially unreasonable manner, whatever that means. And speaking of bandwidth-choking media, Amazon.com announced a deal this week with HBO to allow HBO originals to stream on their Amazon Prime service. The Sopranos, Band of Brothers, Deadwood, and several other Finnish shows will be available, as well as early seasons of currently running shows like The Newsroom and Veep, which will become available 3 years after airing. So all you have to do to watch 3-year-old HBO shows is to subscribe to Amazon Prime and watch them on their crappy streaming service. Also, Game of Thrones isn't included in this deal, so why am I even talking about this? Especially when Rockne O'Bannon has announced that there's a thrilling Farscape movie in development. Although still in the extremely early stages, former writer and producer of the show, Justin Monjo, is working on the script. The movie will be set several years after the show and will presumably feature John and Aaron's son, baby Dargo, all grown up. And because we live in a backwards world of insanity, we will probably get a movie about marshmallow Peeps before we get a Farscape movie. Deadline is reporting that a movie about the Easter candy will be adapted in a transparent attempt to ride on the success of the Lego Movie. Expect the film to be incredibly faithful to the source material, colorful but lacking any kind of substance. In other strange movie news, the third Hobbit movie has been renamed. Just a week after filing a copyright for The Hobbit Into the Fire, Warner Bros. Has announced that the upcoming end of the trilogy will no longer be subtitled There and Back Again. The movie will now be called The Hobbit: Battle of Five Armies. Whatever, here's a trailer for another upcoming Lupin the Third movie, this time in live action. In Star Wars news, the final nail has been put in the coffin of the franchise's expanded universe. It has been confirmed that Episode 7 and beyond will not adhere to the continuity set in the post-Return of the Jedi stories, and that moving forward only the first 6 movies and the Clone Wars TV series will be treated as unshakable canon. While aspects of the expanded universe may find their way into upcoming stories, such as Star Wars Rebels, they can also be just as easily discarded. And on the subject of discarded aliens, E.T. has been found. In the 30 years since Atari developed this industry-destroying turd of a game, stories of a mass pile of unsold copies sitting in a New Mexico landfill have become a video game legend. No longer certain that the legend was true, a documentary team tracked the games down and had them dug out of their desert grave, no doubt unleashing the horrific curse or alien virus that has festered from 3 decades spent in such large concentration of suck. And finally, how about some more Batman for this week's video? Here's a trailer for the upcoming animated movie, Batman: Assault on Arkham, featuring the Suicide Squad. Yahtzee! And that's it for this week. Tell me what your favorite Star Wars EU story is in the comments. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share me with your friends, and of course, have a great week.